Folks, welcome to So Bad It's Good. This is your pal Ryan, and this is your Monday episode. We are doing a pop culture roundup. With us, as always, the co-host of the amazing Snarkbait, the one, the only, Sophie Ross Brooks, joining us from bed today. Sophie, hello.
Yes, I'm in bed. We currently have a snowstorm in New York City right now, and I'm under the covers. I'm really cold. I just want to be cozy.
So it's snow. I was watching Kyle Cook's Instagram stories, and he was out there in the snow.
Yeah, there are some days where I'm like, why did we get a dog? But it's worth it to get me out of the house on days when I really don't want to. So I'm glad I at least went on a walk today in the blizzard. And it was miserable. It was like pelting my face. The wind chill felt like negative 20 degrees out. Yeah, I don't understand. People like Shaun White was like snowboarding in Central Park, and people are like out in the park like having fun and like doing snowball fights. I'm like, no, I don't want to be outside in this. Sorry. Does that make me like lame?
No, I don't think it makes you lame at all. I think kids like snow because it meant like a snow day. I think adults like the thought of snow from like a movie or a picture. And sometimes it's nice for a moment. But as you get an adult and you have more adult things to do, the snow can really impede everything.
I love an excuse to I love that I can just sit on my couch and not feel guilty. We've been having a Harry Potter marathon all weekend, which is really nice. So I love that aspect of it. But also since like COVID, it's not like we're going to get like a snow day off work. We work remotely on Mondays anyway, at least at my job. So it's like, doesn't make any difference there. I'm still going to have to like log on tomorrow.
It's so messed up that sometimes now you look back at COVID as nostalgia and you're like, oh man, the good old days. You're like the good old days when I was just locked in a bedroom eating cheese and drinking white wine.
Yep. Yeah.
Before we get too far into this, I do want to say, and I spoke with Sophie quickly before we started, is that our hearts go out to all of the people of Minnesota, Minneapolis, and the death of Alex Preddy this weekend. I am going to put a resource guide, a link in the show notes. And really, I want to emphasize, if you heard the beginning of the Traders recap, is that I know you guys don't come here for this. I know that. I don't take that lightly. And I'm gonna be just as stupid in like a minute. Just clock me. I'm going to be just as stupid for the rest of the hour where Sophie will say brilliant, intelligent things. That's going to happen. But I do want to put a resource guide out there for people looking to help and to also think, this isn't, to me, a partisan issue. This is just, man, we're people. We're seeing these things. Help your fellow man. And I know that seems to upset some of you. And I'm not looking to change anybody's mind, but I hope that we can kind of put down the political barriers and kind of just try to see what's happening right now, for better or for worse. I think for worse in this case. And that's it. And I think you guys, I know Sophie told me Snarkbait's Tuesday episode was already recorded on Friday. So I just wanted to put that out there as well, if you're wondering. But wanted to throw that out at the top of the show. Yeah. So everybody just to hang in there, breathe. I mean, for me, I'm such a wussy. I've been like just staring at a wall most of the time. I have like 30 things to do. It's hard for me to do any of them. But that's just kind of how my motor works. So anyways. Yeah.
It's honestly hard to act like everything is normal and fun. I know that the pop culture roundup is something that's supposed to be funny and fun, but it's hard right now, obviously.
Yeah.
And it shocks me that it's even controversial. I got because I posted on Instagram, I had maybe 2 DMs from people being like, yeah, what about this? And I'm like, how is this even controversial? It actually blows my mind. Yeah. Ryan, you said that you got some backlash already.
Oh yeah. But I think doing this so long, you're used to, not used to, I don't think you'll ever get used to, because I don't hate a lot of people unless they're like reality television stars or pop culture figures. So my thing is I think the natural inclination is to want to be liked and to want to like people. And I don't begrudge people their opinions. None of that stuff. But I think when it comes to these kind of issues where I think it's just right there in front of your face, and this isn't about me. It's not about Sophie. This is about something larger. So it doesn't really matter how it affects me. It doesn't matter that it's it's sometimes hard for me to process. That is besides the point. But I think the point is that we all come together, Democrats, Republicans, whatever side of the fence you're on. And I feel like that's the only way out of these situations that we're in. But in the meantime, I will put a resource guide to try to help people out. But it is funny with social media, man. I was on Threads. I'm not on Twitter anymore, but I was on Threads. I was on there a lot more than Instagram, and which I haven't been on Instagram nearly as much. But the thing is, I go on Instagram and post memes when I feel like something stupid or funny. And if I don't feel stupid or funny, it's hard. And then if you have to, oh my God, it is so funny. I was looking at HBO Max's social media feed, and they're having to post like, hey, new industry tonight. Watch it, you guys. And it's a scheduled post probably. And it's like maybe a little like weird in the moment, or you're seeing your favorite influencers post their normally scheduled thing.
Yeah.
And once again, I don't begrudge them of that, but it is sort of this kind of darkly comic thing because that's what the social media system has set up for us. Like influencers still have to go about their normal business, which is wild because like, I just don't feel funny right now.
Yeah. And I also like understand, I feel like speaking of influencers, it's kind of like they're in a lose-lose situation.
Yeah.
Because if they don't say something, they are seen as tone deaf. If they do say something, people are going to pick apart exactly what they said and what they posted before and after saying something. Like it's a hard situation to be in. But I feel like we're at a point where it's like you cannot pretend that everything is normal anymore. Like you have to. And there are still influencers that I am seeing that are like, oh my God, woke up in a snow globe today. I made myself toast for breakfast. And it's like, how are you pretending that everything is normal right now? It's just, it's weird. It's dystopian.
Well, but I also think that's sometimes where some of the anger, a small piece of it comes from as well, because we want to go about our normal lives. And I don't mean like, but you're like, oh, fuck, I have to listen to fucking jack off Ryan speak about this. I want to fucking hear him talk about Heather Gay and how her face looks weird now. Like, I want to hear that. And, it's like sometimes I wish I could be laser in my focus, and sometimes I'm not. But don't worry, we will be pseudo laser-like today. Where will we start off? I guess we'll start off with something I texted you earlier in the week. I know you've probably talked about this already, was that Kyle Cook and Amanda Batula from Summer House finally, I mean, the thing that we all expected, even though it still surprised and saddened me, was that they announced that they are officially donezo. Kyle was caught on a street by a paparazzi guy, Adam Glynn from the Hollywood Raw podcast, and kind of did a little bit of an extended interview and saying, listen, this has been the worst kept secret. This wasn't because of Bravo. We hit the button at the same time, sending this message out. Amanda lives in a tall building. I don't. They're seeing her go in separately. Like, she's like, people are starting to put the pieces together. He kind of left it like, I don't think this couple is getting back together. Sophie, what were your thoughts?
It was so not surprising, but also surprising at the same time. And I feel like that was the consensus. People were like, obviously, like we all saw this coming, but like, she's put up with so much. What was her breaking point? What made her say finally, like it was just shocking that it finally happened, like.
Yeah. Okay, so I did, Rebecca and I did watch the season premiere of the new season of Summer House on Friday night.
Oh, right.
No, I know. I knew I was going to get that. But listen, I do want to say that it is very obvious in the first episode of this season that it is not working out. It is it is so beyond obvious. But I will say it's a thrilling hour of television. There are so many positive things, but like if it starts where it starts, I can only imagine where it goes. And I will say it seems like Amanda is the one that is done. Amanda is the one that is done from the very beginning. And I will say too, even though I have grown to like Paige DeSorbo, and she is mentioned and referred to in the first episode, you're like, oh, things move on. It's fine,
That's what I think it was. Bravo while black.
I love them. Kea and Aaron. Yeah.
Love them. I think they were the ones that posted some non-embargo breaking spoilers about the first episode, just vague stuff. They said the tension was very clear between Amanda and Kyle. And they
Very
also
clear.
said that Paige and Lindsay were not missed.
Well, yeah, and Lindsay does pop up in like but yeah, it is weird. Like halfway through the episode, I was like, "Where's Lindsay?" I forgot. I was like, "Where the fuck is Lindsay?"
Yeah.
And then I kept thinking about it, and then there's like a FaceTime thing. But overall, like I enjoyed the new cast members. I mean, I kind of enjoyed. I mean, I don't know. It's like that first day of school when you get to see your friends again that you've made fun of the entire last semester of school, and so that it was great. But it makes more sense than ever. And it's not like this like crazy bomb gets dropped or anything. It's just that attitude of when it feels like Amanda was at like a desk job for like 10 years and she's just had it. She wants to move on past this. I mean, it just feels like that where Kyle's energized by DJ life, which is wild to like, if you're...
The let him cook tour announcement, that was the real divorce announcement.
I mean, if all of a sudden, so if your husband, Sophie, all of a sudden, had a DJ announcement in Instagram tomorrow, because also Kyle, he's like 40 years old. That's even though I think Kyle is probably one of the better Bravo DJs, it's still a wild pivot at that age after you've gone through issues regarding will you be home and be with me and maybe we'll have kids. That's a wild pivot.
Yeah. Yeah, it sure is. I mean, to me, as soon as I saw that, and I talked about this on Starkway too, as soon as he announced that tour, I was like, yeah, they're over. There's no way, no chance they're still together.
Because she doesn't even like to go out when they go out on Summer House.
No. We obviously knew the writing was on the wall. Something felt more real. Like the rumors have persisted for so long, for years and years now, but something felt more legitimate about the leaks that were... It was Demois. It was like Us Weekly. Like it felt more real. I was like, I don't think this would be getting leaked if it weren't true.
You also have to think about the psychology that Amanda has to go through in regards to everybody out there is telling you dump your husband.
Yeah.
Or even like, I like Kyle, I like him a lot, but dump your husband. And I do wonder what the long-term effect on somebody, in their mind, because listen, us normies, we have friends in our ears or our family in our ears and telling us if they don't like our partner or do like our partner. But imagine if everybody is or like everybody that watches Bravo is telling you. And I would have to imagine those voices become so overwhelming.
Yeah, I mean, I also think it's probably like part of Amanda, I think, enjoyed that over the years was people telling her, dump Kyle, you can do so much better. Like, I feel like part of her, like that. I mean, I would like that. Everyone would probably enjoy.
Guys, everybody message Sophie and tell her she can do better. By the way, she can't do better. He's a great guy. He's a great guy.
I actually cannot do better. Like, I cannot believe that Henry is even with me.
You're punching above your weight class, Sophie. Truly.
I really am.
We both are, to tell you the truth.
I know, it's true. But, like, Amanda truly, like, just freaking look at her. Body is tea. She is
body is tea.
Body is tea. Like, everyone knows Amanda's hot as fuck. And, like, yeah, you could argue that Kyle, good-looking guy.
Kyle's a good-looking guy.
Conventionally attractive guy. But, like, come on. Amanda is so fucking hot, and he's a man-child. And I like them both as people. I think that's the other thing that Bravo... I feel like Bravo fans, for the most part, really genuinely like them both as people.
Yeah.
I think that we definitely see that Kyle has fucked up a lot more. I'm not saying that Amanda was always... I can't think of anything Amanda in particular did wrong in the relationship. Kyle did a lot of things wrong. But I think for the most part, people like both of them. And so we're like, we just want them, at least for me, like I want them both to be happy. And I think that this is the best move they could have made. And Andy said something similar in Watch What Happens Live.
Yeah.
He was like, mazel of the day, you guys made a tough decision and you're doing what's right for you. And it definitely wasn't easy. And you think about the sunk cost fallacy. They've been together for so fucking long. And I think that that was part of the problem. They were like, oh my God, all of these years wasted. But it's like, no, it's never too late to start over. So I'm happy for them.
I also think it's interesting that their entire relationship from conception to ending will be documented on a TV show, which most people don't go through. Yeah. And to your point is that's what's so wild is that I think in life, we always look for the good guy and the bad guy. The good guy and the bad. It's got to be a good guy, got to be a bad guy. That's how it has to be. And the reality of life is that there's so many shades of gray. And I think that's also the the sycophantic like tornado of social media, they want that good guy, bad guy too. When I feel so weird because like everybody typing out their pithy little threads or tweets or, it's like they've all done something or been a part of something in their life or been wronged. They know that it is not just black or white sometimes. I mean, with Kyle though, it is, being out till 6 a.m,
if we had to choose a bad guy, it's obviously this. But it does seem like, I know that like they're always going to say that, oh, it was mutual and amicable and we have so much respect for each other. I will say that I noticed this. Bravo posted like an Amanda Batula like fan cam edit video or whatever in promotion of Summer House. And Kyle reposted it on Instagram. Like he's fully supportive of her, it looks like. I think that doesn't seem to be bad blood there. Obviously, we don't fucking know shit. I will say, it's really similarly to Katie Maloney and Tom Schwartz. It's good they didn't have kids involved.
Oh, yeah. I mean, very, very good. And we had a whole storyline with Tom Schwartz involved. Remember when Kyle was checking out if his swimmers worked and he was like, gotta jizz into this cup, man. So we're all good. And Kyle can go on his DJ tour and not worry about anything right now.
And maybe he can freeze his sperm like Craig.
Yeah. So I was like, oh my God, this is like, how Craig has blocked you and Craig has unblocked me. And when this, I did, I have that standard meme I do of like, there's only one man that can represent, and it's always Craig's lawyer picture. And I didn't put this on Instagram, but I did put it on Threads where I was like, there's only one man that can represent Amanda Batula in this divorce. And I had the Craig. But then I was like, how pussy of me. I was scared to put that on Instagram because I didn't want Craig to block me again.
You can't live life afraid of getting blocked. You have to speak your truth and be
you know what it is? Because I know I get blocked all the time. Well, not all the time, but I know I get blocked. I think it's just to been blocked and then to be unblocked. It's to love and have lost. I don't know. It's something. There's something I have to deal with in therapy there. Also, Amanda, I don't think she'll stay on Summer House because they have the spinoff. But my God, imagine an Amanda Batula dating in the Summer House.
Okay. Okay. That also, I think, is part of it that we're not talking about. Is that while their only main source of income before, lover boy aside, which the whole not signing a prenup thing is a whole other conversation. But Summer House was their main source of income. I think part of what was keeping them, I'm not saying anything groundbreaking, but part of what was keeping them together was Summer House. And how do you break up and still be on Summer House together? Whereas when they do their In the City spinoff or whatever it's called, they can be broken up and still star on the same show. Like look at Kristen Doty and Tom Sandoval, Stassi and Jax. Like so many Vanderpump Rules couples did it. It's just when they were sharing a house, it makes it more difficult. This is more believable for them to still star in a show and be broken up.
Well, that's the question then. Who gets Summer House in the divorce? I think Amanda would
move on.
I think Amanda would willingly give up Summer House, but I think you're going to have to pry Kyle out of that Summer House with his
I know, but it's like Kyle, like, come on, man, like
he's going to live forever, man. Okay, so Summer House, very exciting. Well, not very exciting news. It made me actually weirdly sad. But the traitors. We had another episode this week. We did a full recap, but there have been some things that have happened after the episode has been released. And I know you guys have been talking about Colton Underwood. I talked about Colton Underwood and, his past and with the stalking charge with his ex Cassie. And the Traitors official Instagram yesterday released a statement, which was like just in the middle of Saturday. It was like, now a word from the Traitors. And I'm trying to find it right now because it was like,
it basically was like, these contestants are real human beings. Stop bullying them. And they have a point, but I think the problem is they cast an actual fucking stalker. Obviously, no one deserves death threats. No one, and the Bravo fandom in particular can get very parasocial and intense on social media. But why did you cast Colton Underwood?
That was my point, was that I think, and I say this with love in my heart, is that the casting in this case failed the Traitors. Because if I feel like everybody, and including Colton Underwood's management team, is not aware of how people felt about his actions, and there are a whole new audience finding out about his actions for the first time. So I think even with Michael Rappaport, who obviously, I think, got a lot of hate, and I think some of that very deserved. But Michael Rappaport's been around for, I think since the dawn of time. I've heard about Michael Rappaport issues for decades and decades.
Yeah.
Colton Underwood,
literally like millions of years. The
yeah,
dinosaurs.
Colton Underwood, he just was the host of that Hulu series, "Are You a Virgin?" I think with Caitlin Bristow.
Are You My First?
Are You My First? That's it. And the thing is with that is that show nobody really watched.
Nobody watched it.
The people that watched it, I think, seemed to like it. So I'm not saying it was bad, but nobody seemed to watch it. Right. So I think everybody thought, oh, he's in the clear. Now, the Traitors, everybody watches.
Yep.
Everybody watches. And so
yeah,
insanities happen. So they posted this thing of like, we love that you love the show, but please, be respectful and courteous. So I was assuming Colton got a death threat. But what was really interesting was that Lisa Rinna, Abby Bonaditas, who's a New York influencer who I really like, she posted something about Colton and Lisa Rinna on this episode. And Lisa Rinna wrote underneath it of like, quote,
let's talk about you being a stalker.
Let's talk about you being a stalker. And I was like, fuck, Lisa Rinna is playing a better game after the Traitors stopped filming than she is actually on the Traitors. She's being much more of a housewife after the filming. It's like once she's safe in the loving embrace of Harry Hamlin. So she posts this. And then yesterday, obviously NBC Universal was like, you better call off the hounds, because she had to make an Instagram video where she was like, me and Colton are fine. We text all the time. He's a great guy. She's like, I'm like, wait, you say you're texting Colton all the time, but you're like on thread saying this guy's a stalker. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
What?
I'm Lisa.
Yeah. Hey, I sent Colton Harry's bolognese and he loved it. Harry's taking him on a camping trip.
I can't. No, like, first of all, Rinna did not know about the stalking. Like, she commented on another post about it and was like, wait, what? Like, she had just found out that he's a stalker, but now they're texting all the time. So whatever that means.
Well, but what I'm saying, are they texting all the time? Or was that Lisa going like, no, we're going to each other's birthday parties. It's going to be great.
She clearly was like, hey, cool it on cyberbullying Colton, which, whatever. I think that Colton's management, his team, like you said, completely underestimated. They miscalculated how the public would feel about him. They were probably hoping that he would get like some sort of redemption arc or people would like forget. It sucks that he is so... I mean, it doesn't suck. It's just they miscalculated how unlikable he is.
And they put him in a very weird position for the show.
They have to regret it. They have to regret it. I'm sure Colton regrets going on the show. Yeah, we're just not like, I'm trying to think of a world like, what if he like ended up just being so charming? I still don't think it would have worked. I think that it's the fact that he's so fucking annoying on the show.
Well,
and
he's aggressive. He's aggressive. Yeah. And then, Trishelle was on my show this weekend and she pointed out, she was like, yeah, man, at one point he's like, well, I'm going to take a hostage traitor.
Yeah.
No.
Hostage?
Don't say
Don't do that again. Don't do that again.
Don't take anybody to us. Like, poor use of words. If he was playing this game, I guess a little, it's just how we come off as character archetypes is that he's playing so aggressive. If he came in like sweet and kind and willing to hear everybody, but he's so aggressive and he's so one-track mind. And by the way, he's on to Lisa Rinna, and that is correct. But it is funny how the audience then takes it and it explodes into something completely different.
He also has like the scariest crazy eyes.
Yeah, and I would argue when we see there's a banquet whole episode next week where I guess some crazy shit goes down, and he's dressed in the craziest outfit. It's like a pearl bodice or something,
like a pearl bodice with a blazer and some sort of like headband and like one pearl earring. He looks a mess.
I don't know. I don't know. Let me know if you think he's serving you guys. Email us. I hear next week's episode is what Alan Cumming was referring to in interviews where he said he saw something that he has never seen before in the history of making the show.
In the preview, it looks like there's like a fight.
Yes, it looks like somebody that's blonde haired, and I was like, is that Tara Lipinski? You know what my prediction is? I think they finally let people drink at this banquet, and Dorinda goes full Dorinda.
Oh my God, I would love that. I also maybe think that this is the first time a murder in plain sight, they get caught in the act. Like, maybe Rinna does something where
Fergie goes, Fergie told me, he goes, what if she takes that brooch and walks in and goes, hey, Colton, catch! Like, catch this!
That would be so fucking funny. I really hope she beelines to Colton. I saw someone online being like, she's gonna try to like beeline to Colton, and then Dorinda will be like, ooh, and like touch it right away.
So it's gonna. Wait. Can another traitor touch it and get killed? Like, are the traitors?
I don't think so.
Okay, I was trying to think of like.
Do you think she would try to kill Rob to get revenge?
Oh, Rob! What did you think of Rob's turn on voting Lisa? I think he's playing a brilliant game.
I thought it was brilliant. I think like there's a side of me that also is like, I think maybe he played it a little too early. I think this was a smart move, but I think he should have waited until he knew he had the numbers to get run out, because now you have the other traitors that don't trust you and they want to turn against you.
And Candace is playing a good game now, and now you fuck Candace.
Exactly. So I think it was maybe like a little too early for that, but I do think that it was a smart move for him in the long run, because Rinna is not long for this world. And so when she does get exposed as a traitor, I think it'll obviously look good for him that he voted for her.
Yeah, I mean, I think it. Yeah, but Rob, it was so funny. I was watching exit interviews with Tiffany and Michael Rappaport, and they got revealed who the traitors were, and they were both like, Tiffany especially was shocked that it was Rob. Shocked. Yeah, and I was like, man, that's exciting.
Great. Yeah, I think he's also like not fully cut out for it. Like, he clearly was like, I can't vote for Ron because I like Ron and I like Colton and blah blah blah.
Yeah, but I would be the same way. I mean, it would be heartbreak. I would have an ulcer. I mean, would you? You'd be fine with it, wouldn't you?
That's exactly what a traitor would say, Ryan. That's what they always say. They're like, oh my God, I asked to be a baby.
Well, I was like, are you allowed to like swear on your like unborn child? Because that's what I would do too. Like, I swear on my unborn child, I am not a traitor. Are you allowed to do that?
I've seen them. Maybe it was Traitors UK, not the celebrity version, but the last season where that's definitely happened before.
Yeah, because I was like, I didn't know if there were like rules, and I got to ask Bergie next time I talk to him.
They can swear on their like dead relatives, on unborn children. They swear on like there was what? Oh my God, I wish I could remember who it was. All the seasons are blending together because I've watched all of them.
Well, Ron Funches, who, unfortunately met his demise this week on The Traitors, he said there were a lot of scenes between him and Dorinda, of Dorinda saying very negative things that were not included, that might have let us know a little bit more why he was so aggressive with telling Dorinda, like, I don't need you to be with my fucking family, which I thought was so aggressive. So he is saying that there was some rude interactions on Dorinda's part. I don't know if Dorinda has commented on this yet. And also Ron said that he... he's in the process of getting, he's on the autism spectrum. Yeah. Which I thought was interesting.
And he said it was because viewers pointed out that he might be. And he said that he finally got that diagnosis. And it seems like the viewers are rallying around him seems like he had a tough time. So I love to see that. But with Dorinda, I think Dorinda was such a waste to bring back. It's like, you brought her back just for her to not fucking do anything because she's so
unless
scared.
She steps it up right. Well, what a waste. The mute Stephen Coletti. I know all you girls love him from Laguna Beach and stuff like.
No, Brian.
That's pretty privilege. You're doing pretty privilege right now. That's pretty privilege,
Brian. When Ron was sad after not this past roundtable when he got banished, but I think the one before that, Stephen was like, "I'm glad you're here."
Men have to do so little. All he said was one line, and he's like,
nice to Ron. Ron said that Ron posted like a video. I don't know what it was exactly from, but it was someone going, and fuck you, and fuck you. And it showed like Dorinda and Colton, and then it showed, you're cool. And it was Stephen Coletti. Bye.
No, I just think it's funny. Steven seems like relatively mute so far. Dorinda, it will be interesting to see if she makes any moves, because to your point, she hasn't really made any moves. Maybe that's just the edit. And she's not the Dorinda that we are used to seeing. Yeah. But the last that I had on this was, when you watch the other Traitors versions with like normies playing, it sometimes for me personally has been more exciting to watch like the UK version, because I think
need the money.
Well, no. Also, the game itself, like the game is actually played. I think now there's such a confluence with like different levels of celebrity that you're seeing more personality driven, and that's you're like, oh, this person said this and it was funny. Instead of like, what are the moves? Like the actual game being played is a very weak game. Like even Lisa Rinna, everybody's like, oh my gosh, she's iconic. Lisa fucking Rinna is not good at this game. I hate to break everybody's heart. Like, and by the way, I think she's so fun to watch as a villain, but she also just doesn't have kind of any smart answers to be like, why aren't you a traitor? You know, Colton's like, I think you're a traitor. Well, I think you're a traitor then. And I do.
She does her classic lying face that if you've watched Real Houses of Beverly Hills at all, you obviously know when Lisa Rinna is lying.
That's what I said. I said, we just need the audio feed of just Lisa Rinna's mic because there's so many sounds. Oh, ow, ooh, ah.
And that's all she says. She doesn't say anything else. And then like right after Rob and the turd is like, people are on you. You need to like talk more. And then all she says at breakfast is, can somebody pass the eggs?
Did you guys see me ask about the eggs? That was pretty good, right? I got them. I got them.
I completely agree. The UK normie seasons are so good. And obviously love US traders, love Alan Cumming, but like I love Claudia, the host of UK. And yeah, like Ryan said, like the freaking contestants are actually playing the game and they need the money. Like that's the other part of it for me is like you can tell that they actually care about the money and care about winning and they don't care about just, you know, looking good on TV and looking good to the fans. Like I feel like
I don't think anybody cares what's in the prize pot in this version of the Traders. Prize pot. Listen, Brooks Nader, who's her publicity team?
Is that why you're wearing a Brooks hat right now?
No, it's Albert Brooks. Or no, actually, this is for Brooks Marks, my favorite Brooks. No,
it's Sophie Ross Brooks.
Sophie Ross Brooks. Oh, yeah, duh. Sophie Ross Brooks. Yeah, that's why I'm wearing. No, Brooks Nader, you guys, there's a rumor going around that she has been hooking up with Ben Affleck.
Planted by Brooks Nader.
That's what I was about to say. Is that Brooks Nader's PR team and herself? This is somebody that is standing on the shoulders of giants. I mean, Kim Kardashian back in the day of like, she is really full court press. There are so many rumors out there, which I do believe her team and she starts because then she posted after like this rumor and she put in a comment, we've never even met. I think she puts him out there and then knocks him down, but it gets in the press cycle.
Oh, 100%. I'm still confused as to what a Brooks Nader actually is. Like, what is that? I'm seeing it everywhere. I just the Love Thy Nader show, haven't watched it.
I heard it was good.
I'm sure I'd probably like it. Like, you guys know, I loved the Culpo Sisters show that got canceled after one season. So, loved Kardashians back in the day. I love a show about hot sisters. But I don't know. There's something about her.
And for me, I love shows about ugly sisters. Love a ugly sister show. You throw me ugly sisters? Hell yeah.
Name one.
I was about to say Sister Wives, but then I do actually think so. No, but then I was like, some of them, I do actually think their spirit is beautiful. So it's like, you know, it's. Oh my God, Sophie! I've been watching, going back and watching old Roni for the Patreon, and we're on season 2, and we hit the scene where. I don't know if you remember this. Countess Luann goes to a boys and girls club and she talks to like a group of like, you know, younger women, like just young girl. I mean, I would say like 12, 13 in that age range. They're all African Americans and they're like all like, they just look awesome. And Luann comes and goes, hi girls. I'm here. Why don't we all write 5 things that we like about ourselves? And Luann's like, well, I like that I'm funny. People think I'm funny. I like that my personality. And then she's like, what do you girls want to do when you grow up? And this girl, I gotta say, like 12 or 13-year-old girl goes, I want to be a model. And she goes, stand up. Oh, okay. Well, you've got a pretty face and you're still young, so you have a lot of time to lose the weight. Like she literally said, you have a lot of time to lose the weight. The girl was just it was insane. I was like, holy shit.
My God. Luann.
It was so amazing.
This also, never forget. This was America's Next Top Model time.
I mean, it was 2009, right? It was like, I would love to interview that girl and be like, how did you feel that day? You have cameras on you. And then Luann says, you'll lose the weight. You still have time to lose the weight. Anyways, okay.
Insane person.
Salt Lake City had its second part of the reunion. I want to come that on the back of the Traitors because I will say everything in me wants to see Lisa Barlow on the Traitors. Everything.
She would be
All
so good.
I mean,
they really need to cast at least one of the Salt Lake City housewives.
Well, I'm scared they're never going to do Lisa Barlow because they made her one of the main girls on this ultimate girls trip road trip with the housewives. It's like on the road right now. Right. But like, imagine Lisa Barlow at a round table of like, oh my God, no, I didn't. You are frustrating me. What are you talking about?
She would be so good. Oh my God.
I would love just to hear her argue with the round table. And like, guys, I mean, you can be a fan of somebody and still disagree with them entirely. Like, I find her so hysterical, and I don't think it's on purpose. So, yeah. Anyway, Salt Lake City, the reunion, I just feel like it's more just like nobody's... Yeah. It's like fun to watch, but we're not getting any clarification on anything at all.
Yeah, it was really boring. And I will say I'm very surprised by how many people on social media are shitting on Meredith Marks for bringing up the anti-Semitism thing when I think that Brittany was very clearly in the wrong and there are receipts to back it up.
Wait, explain this. Explain this to me, because for me, a viewer watching that for the first time, I was like, this is Meredith completely diverting to not answer the question.
And I completely agree that Meredith does not know how to take accountability, but that's a separate issue. We talked about this when it came out a couple months ago, where Brittany and Jared Osmond both left 5-star reviews
on this nail technician's.
So, yeah. And he had said that he does not, he doesn't allow Jewish customers. He literally said,
and he said they're all pedophiles like that escaped to Israel.
Jews are all pedophiles, blah, blah, blah. He said Jews. It was not, there was no, misconstruing it.
No, yeah.
And, they left these 5-star reviews. Apparently, Brittany eventually did take hers down. Jared refused to take his down because
Jared's is still up?
He is proudly anti-Semitic, and that is who Brittany is choosing. So
why didn't Meredith say in that moment Jared's is still up? Like, I had no clue about that.
Don't know. I don't think that Meredith approached it perfectly.
Yeah, for me, it came off as I'm trying to throw a spotlight off of me.
I understand why Meredith would take that personally. And people on Reddit, by the way, who live in Salt Lake City said that this was a very big deal.
That makes sense.
It was a very big deal. And the fact that Brittany was supporting this person after this happened and that Jared was too, I could understand Meredith having a problem with them. And the fact that so many people were more upset about the weaponization of anti-Semitism, quote unquote, than the actual anti-Semitism itself is disturbing to me.
But wasn't this Meredith's nail tech?
No.
Well, no, that's how the story gets brought up. He was like, he does your nails, Meredith. And then Meredith goes, I found out about this. And then, that was how she initially found her.
DMs, okay, sure. But the DMs weren't to her. They were to someone else.
Yeah. So Meredith found out.
Yes.
And then Brittany had seen this person or was about to see this person and wrote a review.
And I think was chummy with this person. And this person was like, I'm getting bombarded with bad reviews because it's come out that I'm anti-Semitic. So can you guys leave some 5-star reviews? That's the implication, that they were supporting this person who was getting bombarded with 1-star reviews.
Has Jared said anything about this?
No, Jared is apparently proudly MAGA, proudly anti-Semitic, proudly bigoted.
Yeah.
And that is who Brittany chooses. That is who
and that's got to be so dismaying to her daughters, right? That's got to be an extra kick in the...
So it's like, I don't know. I think that, I'm also a Meredith apologist. I'm also Jewish, so I think I'm more sensitive to it. But I think that I have more... I don't know why so many people are defending Brittany, basically.
Well, what I will say about that is that I think that's what people saw. Like, if you heard just the dialogue, I'm not on Reddit. You did obviously tell me.
I know. It's so frustrating because there are receipts. I wish.
So what I'm saying is that if you watch how it's presented in that scene, it really looks like Meredith is diverting. And we've already seen her the last hour of the first part not take any kind of accountability. This part, and then we're in the middle of this airplane conversation and she diverts. And then Brittany, the way she explained it, I was like, oh, this is just another influencer trying to get free shit. So she's like, of course I'll fucking do whatever for some free nails. But what you explained actually makes sense.
That's why I think that everyone should get as addicted to Reddit as I am. That you'll actually
No,
actually, you shouldn't at all. But yeah, no, I wish that it was presented differently. I think that receipts should have been presented. And I also think that, yeah, Meredith, just generally speaking, is not someone who takes accountability. So she just does not get the benefit of the doubt here.
Yeah. Well, good news about Meredith, though, is that Meredith, well, I mean, I guess Charlie XCX met Meredith Marks at Sundance, which is taking place. It's the last year of Sundance in Park City. And Meredith
where
Marks,
is it going?
It's going to Colorado.
Why?
Because of the anti-LGBTQ, like they wouldn't let people fly the flag. You know, like Bronwyn kind of talked like a piece of this, not about Sundance, but about like, you know, mailing the pride flags to everybody from that store. Do you remember that scene from this?
Oh, yeah.
And Muzzy was like helping her mail those out.
Muzzy, yeah.
So Meredith, like Charlie XCX has a mockumentary called The Moment that premiered at Sundance. It's an A24 film. Kylie Jenner is in this film, I think just as a cameo. But Charlie XCX got to meet Meredith, and Charlie XCX seemed ecstatic to meet Meredith Marks. And Meredith goes, I mean, you're the icon, Charlie. You're brat, Charlie. It's so funny.
And Charlie goes, oh, I'm so glad you're a DJ now.
Why are we doing this? I blame Charlie XCX. I blame my friend went and saw Meredith Marks last Sunday in Seattle, and she sent me pictures of the merch table, and all the merch was like, you know, like they'll, you know, have a t-shirt up, like they'll pin it up to show it. It was like all wrinkled. The shirt was all wrinkled. And then she's selling like $230 pajamas, her Meredith Marks PJs, and those were all crumpled up. And I was like, this shit is wild. And then like Seth Marks was like, by the way, I'm saying that going, I would fully fucking go. Like, I would fully see Meredith Marks live, but it's funny. Yeah.
100%. She just presses a button, but yeah.
What if Charlie XCX is like, or what if Meredith Marks guests on Charlie XCX's next album?
What if Charlie XCX opens for Meredith Marks?
You know what, Sophie? You say that and we're like, oh, LOL, but that's the kind of shit that happens in 2026. That's the kind of craziness we're talking about.
That's the kind of world we're living in.
That's the kind of world we know. Really? And I almost like, I want to sometimes shake you, Sophie, because you throw that out into the universe and then it's like, I feel like you're a manifester and then it's just going to happen.
Yep.
Fuck.
But you wouldn't love that? Like, I would love that.
I would. Well, I feel like what we do with these housewives, even though I dearly love them, is that we inflate their ego so big. And then something happens with the Bravo contract, and then we see the fall. And it's not a fall. It's like still they're living a better life than most of us. It's just we see the negativity, we see their resentment towards the net. We see all of the other side of it. And that's the part that I get scared, because it's like every star usually comes down, every balloon gets popped, and so I get worried about the other side.
Wait, walk with me here. Yeah. Charlie XCX shows up to the Met Gala in Brooks Marks couture.
No, I'll even do you one better. Not the couture, the tracksuit.
The tracksuit.
The tracksuit. Season 1 tracksuit. Brooks Marks. Which, by the way, what happened to Brooks Marks designing shit? We were all like gaga over that tracksuit and then nothing.
Can we like get an update there? When's the new drop?
How hard is it to make clothing? I feel like he knew it would be easier. Anyways, it was so funny. Chloe Marks, Brooks Marks, they all took pictures with Charlie XCX. But yeah, Sundance is happening right now. Lisa Barlow was crowned the queen of Sundance, just like Robert Redford would have wanted. And she was very excited. So if you're at Sundance, I hope you're having a good time. It looks like a lot of fun. But this was a film festival created, at first for independent film by Robert Redford. And now it's all about influencer. I mean, it's really wild how entertainment, where it's headed, or I don't even really know where it's headed.
Yeah.
So, okay. Oh, also, speaking of social media, TikTok, we got a new owner, the Ellison family. Larry Ellison, one of the richest people in the world, his family owns TikTok. And so if you've been noticing some glitches over the last couple of days, I don't know if it's going to affect the algorithm, but a lot of people are complaining about like 0 views and this and that and not getting paid over these last 2 days. But they have made you sign a new agreement or click on a new agreement that says that it's like different, they have access to a lot of things now. So make sure you read that little thing before you click it.
I clicked it and I didn't read it.
Oh, Sophie, I clicked it immediately. And then I read about it afterwards. Then I was like, oh, fuck, what did I click? Yeah.
I didn't even hear about that happening. Where have I been?
What you've been watching Harry Potter. One of the things is there's like a keystroke thing that it actually saves your keystroke information and not just on the app. It actually has access to other apps as well, which is like kind of highly concerning. But a lot of, I don't think they're the only company to do that. But, just a word to the wise. This is also the family that owns Paramount that wants to own Warner Brothers, but Warner Brothers wants to sell to Netflix. And I don't love I don't love them selling to Netflix, but I think Netflix is better than Ellison, because then it would just be too big of a conglomerate, and then they have control of a majority of the media because they own CBS now too.
Oh my God.
It's crazy.
Please, the freaking monopoly is happening now.
I know.
There's 3 rich people that own everything.
Well, kind of. The billionaire class. I mean, that's really what all kidding aside, that's really what it's all. I mean, you've got the big billionaires, and they're more powerful. I mean, they're in power right now. Also at Sundance, who else was there? Donna Kelce.
She was.
Donna Kelce just walking around in her gray puffer coat.
I hope people are being nice to her. I'm sad at how many people are being mean to her on the internet after.
Wait, are people being mean to her on the internet?
Oh my God, people were they're like, she was the worst trader ever. She was such bad casting. She was so out of place. And I'm like,
it's a game show.
It's a game show. Let this 70-something-year-old woman who clearly was like, I would love to go in the traders. Can we just try to make it happen? Let her have fun. Okay. I think she had fun. Now be nice. People are she's like a little old lady. People will be mean to literally everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Who deserves it. But Donna Kelce, come on. Also, wait, have you seen the rumors that Taylor and Travis are
they're having a difficult time.
They're going through a difficult time. What do you think of that?
I always take things with a grain of salt, but I will say sometimes, when you're hot and heavy in a relationship, there is a point where it becomes a relationship and things change, and
the honeymoon phase is over.
Yeah, the rose is off the bloom a little bit. So I could imagine, something like that, happening, and the reality. And by the way, if I was Travis Kelce, I would imagine. I don't know what, he seems like a generally nice guy. I would be in a deep depression after the Kansas City Chiefs season. If you're a competitor, I would have to imagine he is really depressed because he has to make a choice if he's going to come back or not, right?
Yeah. Which, by the way, congratulations to the long-suffering New England Patriots who
did they win? Yeah,
they won. I know it's been so hard for this franchise, the Patriots.
Did Tom Brady offer to come back for the Super Bowl if they?
I feel like he probably would. And someone was like, "Wait, what's the Green Goblin mask?" And
from Spider-Man.
Everyone's like, "That's Tom Brady when he's near a football field."
I did. Tom Brady had a quote the other week. He was like, "I could go back right now. I could go back right now." It's like,
and you believe him, yeah.
I do, but I actually, you know what? I will say, I listened to my first full Joe Rogan podcast the other day to listen. Oh. I know. Well, because I really, and you're going to make fun of me, I did want to hear the whole interview with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. I did.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
And by the way, there's they're literally just talking about movies, and Joe only throws in a couple of things, but I will say, God, they really are smart guys. They really do know. I know, but I thought it was they were a delight to hear from in terms of what they know about the movie business.
I'm fans of them. I feel like it's really amazing, actually, that they are childhood friends that got to become famous together, come this far, and they still have each other to stay grounded. I feel like they ground each other.
Well, the real interview I would love to do with both of them, because I'm sure that's on the horizon for me, is that was there times in each of your lives when that first wave of celebrity hit, did you have to have any hard conversations with the other? You're going too far. I'm worried about you. And it doesn't have to be about Ben's alcoholism or anything like that, but was there a point, Matt, that you were like, oh, Ben, that is a horrible move you just made. It's a horrible person you're dating. And with Matt, was there ever a time where you were the same way, as friends?
Yeah.
Because they talked about being children in Boston and doing like theater. And they thought, man, if we can just do theater, like, if we could just make $1 doing this, and your dream is to be where they, eventually went. But that's, they knew that would be really, really impossible. And then to actually see it happen for both of them, that really is a very interesting, that's an interesting story.
Yeah, it is. Just a love story for the ages.
2 things. Matt Damon, the Odyssey preview, I think there was a preview during one of the football games today, and it's revealed that Travis Scott is in the Odyssey.
I'm so mad about that.
I was like, what? Scott. What? Travis Scott is in Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey?
Like, I'm sorry. I can't believe that, like, we're back to normalizing Travis Scott after Astroworld.
So does he, like, is it one of the battle scenes? He's like, let's rage! Rage!
I just watched it. I'm trying to think of what he said. It was something like, we're going to war, or something like that.
They gave him lines?
Yeah, he has a line. And then Matt Damon says something like, I can't remember exactly what he says, but he sounds so like, I'm like, you
Boston?
Sound modern. Yeah, I'm like, you sound like a modern guy in Boston in 2026. Like,
it's hard with those, like,
sound.
It's hard with, like, accent work, and, like, if the director wants you to, like, act like a normal guy or, like, do an accent. And then it would be great if, like, Matt has a normal guy accent and Travis Scott has, like, an actual authentic Odyssey accent or whatever, like,
Wait, you know what's funny, actually? So I am voicing a commercial for the company I work for. And I'm doing, like, voice act. Like, I'm voicing a...
Palantir.
And it's Palantir. It's Lockheed Martin. No, I'm just kidding. I'm voicing, like, I'm doing voice acting.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe it. It's basically like a Pixar movie, but, like, for something else. And it's so funny. The director was like, you're broken. Like, really directing how. And I was like, oh my God, like, this is how directors, like, it actually was so insightful, because I only think about directors being like, okay, camera angle here and go. But, like, they really have to, like, get that line delivery out of their actors.
Do they need a Lisa Rinna? Yeah, that's odd. Wow. See, I eventually predict you will be in a Pixar movie one day.
That'd be fun. I think I'm pretty good, actually. Like, I could do voice acting, I think.
I totally agree with you. I'm all joking aside.
Like, shut up. You're so fucking annoying. No one wants to hear that voice anymore.
That's not true. Speaking of Matt Damon, I did an episode earlier in the week, and I'm sure you guys have talked about it on Snarkbait, about Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni and Taylor Swift. Well, a whole cache of all this shit got released. And I talked about some of those text messages, which is funny because they were even reaching out to Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, which is wild. But there was this great one that got released after I did the episode, and it was Blake Lively emailing Taylor Swift, and she goes, "Hey, just checking in. I have no reason to ask, but I don't know. I've been feeling like I should. ... Is everything okay?" And she's talking about how she felt like a bad friend lately, that she didn't want to come across as, quote, needy and awkward, but her gut and her husband told her to reach out anyway. She says, "I always wanted the opportunity to be a better friend if there's something I unintentionally did." And Taylor Swift wrote back, "I feel really bad saying anything about this because your texts have been so nice in their intent, but your last few ... It felt like I was reading a mass corporate email sent to 200 employees. You said the word 'we' like 18 times, and it feels awful to be in any way critical of any way you process what you've been going through, but I just kind of miss my funny, dark, normal speaking friend who talks to me as herself, not like a plural unit. I know you feel attacked from all sides for ridiculous reasons, so you're feeling like you have to overly explain things or be overly nice or whatever, but it's me! ! That's just caused a little distance." And I thought that was, I have a feeling out of everything, this has got to embarrass Blake Lively the most. To have a Taylor Swift, like, write, that to be public of like, yeah, actually it has been kind of weird. And you're using "we" too many times. It sounds like you're talking to 200 people when you text or email me. And I just thought, damn.
Yeah. It's also, it's so true. The way that Blake and Ryan type in these emails is so
Well, he's trying to be funny, and it just doesn't. It's like how he talks as Deadpool.
It's so cringy. Yeah, he literally talks like Deadpool. And like Blake in her email to Ben Affleck, it was like just so embarrassing. Like there's just something so humiliating about all of it, unfortunately. Like it's just so bad.
I really, at this point, there's still a harassment, I believe a harassment lawsuit against Baldoni. But at this point, it's just like, both of these careers are ruined. Like Blake Lively, it is like, she's going to be fine. Don't worry. Yeah. Reynolds is like a billionaire, but his reputation has been harmed. Her reputation has been harmed. Baldoni's reputation has been harmed. Jenny Slate's reputation has been harmed. Yeah. I really still am wondering what is the end game? We're still suing for sexual harassment, that Justin Baldoni did. I just didn't realize that you could subpoena emails and text messages.
Yeah, like be careful what you're writing, Ryan.
No, be careful. No. You be careful what you're writing. I felt like Craig. You be careful, like you flamed us. You flamed us.
I hope you can find happiness one day.
I told Paige I would take her back. Anyways, so good luck to everybody in whatever's happening over there. And I'm sure we'll have to have more leaks of texts and emails, and it feels just wild. I guess to end, we can talk a moment about Southern Charm. I know people are saying they hate this season. I fucking love every moment of this. I love every moment of it.
I'm loving this season. Okay. Also, like, I understand that Austin, and we talked about this on Starkbait too on tomorrow's episode, but Austin is obviously in the wrong for speaking about Audrey and how he wants to end his relationship with Audrey to everyone else but her. It's very embarrassing. But at the same time, why is Craig taking it so personally? Like, he literally,
but then what? But they both. It's like an abuse cycle, and they're both participating in it because Austin, to Craig's point, was like, why was Austin like so hot and bothered about how he was talking about Sally? He's like, hasn't that been your best friend for the last couple months, Craig? It was like, and Craig was like, what the, like, I'm sorry, like, why are you so bothered by? They're so bothered by each other, and then it's like we said like last week or 2 weeks ago, just fucking kiss already. He did rivalry this shit up, like. You guys both love each other, and it is coming off in these really destructive ways. But, I don't know if you saw I think Austin and Sally are doing the hippity-dippity, 100%.
Oh, on Watch What Happens Live, she was, like, blushing when they were talking about her when Charlie
she's like, Charlie was like, they're like the same person, and Charlie just needs that male approval so much. Like,
you mean Sally, tell her,
Sally, sorry. Her self-esteem is all tied up in it feels like.
Yeah, I completely agree. I don't know. I feel like Craig thinks he's a martyr because he got dumped. And so he's like, that's not fair to Audrey. It's like, okay, well, it's not your relationship. Let Austin and Audrey figure it out. Why are you acting like it's a personal slight against you that Austin is trying to figure it out with his relationship? Like, he's having doubts. Okay, well, that has nothing to do with you, Craig.
If your best friend did this to you or talked this way about you, it is wild on both sides. You're like, oh my God, you're not. That's
I have
gross.
more. I know that Austin is in the wrong. Obviously, I was really like embarrassed for Audrey. I felt really bad for her when I was watching it because you know that she's going to watch this. And it's just, by the way, she's fucking stunning. She's like so out of Austin.
That's what Rebecca said too. That's what Rebecca said.
So
she was
beautiful.
Gorgeous.
It's crazy. But I don't know. I have more of a soft spot for Austin.
I like Austin a lot. I think he does like to tap into, I'm a girl's girl. And then he usually ends up sleeping with those girls. You know, like that.
Madison's like, hey girl.
Yeah, I know. Madison. And he's obviously not evil, but I think they're hooking up. And I did say, will Sally get into Fish, the band Fish, because Austin loves the band Fish.
She's gonna have to.
Okay, but I did get word from a Southern Charm cast member that wrote me, no, she will not. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's confirmation. Wow. I'm just saying that no, she will not. But then
Ryan,
somebody,
you and Austin would be kind of cute together.
Oh God, I would leave it all behind for Austin, all of it. I would leave it all back.
You would
Or
go
I would
to
just
50 fish shows a year together.
Yeah, exactly. No. By the way, Rebecca, because Rebecca's the real fish lover. Her and Austin, but she likes that new guy. What's his name? Waymo. What's his name? Wagner.
I don't know.
The
I don't
guy.
really know anything about music these days. I'm like Jennifer
No.
Lawrence.
The new guy on Southern Charm. The new guy on Southern Charm.
Whitner.
Whitner. Sorry, not
You're
Waymo.
talking about some like new jam band guy.
No, Whitner.
Waymo.
She Rebecca's all into Whitner now. Yeah, she thinks.
Wait, I literally was like, oh, there's a new band called Waymo. It sounds familiar. Of course, I couldn't name any of their songs.
It's a self-driving band. Yeah.
No, did you see Jennifer Lawrence on the Good Hang podcast with Amy Poehler? Amy Poehler was like, what's your favorite like album of the year? And she was like, I don't fucking know albums anymore. How am I supposed to know without a radio station telling me? And I'm like, that is so real. That's how I am.
It is so real, and it's so sad, but it's very real. Like, I'll go on Spotify, and I'll just be like, I'm looking for, like, just tell me what new albums have come out. And it's like, this new single, this new single, this new single. And I'm like, I just want albums. Give me albums.
Exactly. And I'm like, this new song, it's like The Dust Mites by The Lizard King. And I'm like, what the fuck even is this?
Yeah, it's there's like such an overwhelming amount of singles being released that it really, I don't know how to make heads or tails of it. Somebody was in my DMs, and I mentioned this on the Southern Charm recap, that said, hey, my friend started hooking up with Austin after BravoCon, met him at BravoCon. But by the way, this is like Reddit, you guys. Anybody can say, and by the way, the person was very nice. And I said, can I talk about this on my show? And they said, yeah, just don't use and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to use your name or something. And this person lives like a couple hours away from Austin. But then I was like, I still think he's hooking up with Sally. And
maybe they're keeping it cash.
Yeah, keeping it cash.
A Bravo fan at BravoCon hooking up with Austin.
Is that considered like the best merch best merch you can get at BravoCon?
What, like your used condom with Austin?
No, I'm saying like if you end up having sex with Austin, is that considered like merch?
Yeah. No, but like that'd be like a One Direction fan having sex with Harry Styles, like after a concert.
Wait, well, finally today, I did want to bring up Harry Styles' new single has been released, Aperture.
I love it.
You love it. So I will be honest. The first time I listened to it, it wasn't what I was expecting. I was like, okay. The second time and the third time, I liked it way more. He did an interview on, I think, the BBC, and he said he had been, he saw my favorite band, LCD Sound System, Sophie, that you went to the concert. He was listening to a lot of LCD Sound System and seeing them live. And that's where he took the inspiration from this, which I was like, okay, I can hear that. The only thing that was, I wish I felt like it was more live instruments, like LCD Sound System like does actually instrumentation. And this felt very processed, and that's not a bad thing, but I'm curious to see how he'll perform live because he just announced 30 days at Madison Square Garden. Are you going to get tickets, Sophie?
I kind of want to.
Yeah, I saw him once at Coachella and he was amazing. He was so good.
Like I'm excited for the new album. It's been a while since I've been to a concert. I think I would love that.
He's just so damn charming. And I really highly recommend watching the music video for this because it's like a little bit like that Christopher Walken video, Weapons of Destruction, that came out like 15, 20 years ago, where did you watch the video, Sophie?
The Aperture video?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's so good. I mean, it's like, I love that. Like he knows how to move. I think he looks great. Anyways, I'm just kissing his ass now. Sophie, what's coming up on Snarkbait this week?
We are doing a deep dive on Survivor. One of my
the TV
favorite shows. Yeah. All of the scandals, all of the lore. So that'll be fun. That's on Thursday.
And that's right before the 50th season premieres next month, you guys. I believe it's at the end of next month.
Yes. And then we are also doing a Patreon episode this week on Wednesday about mean celebrity encounters that both Christy and I have had personally and what the internet has said about certain celebrities.
I've had a really bad, I've told you my Whoopi Goldberg one, right?
I don't know if you have.
It was when I was in, I think like in high school, freshman or sophomore year of high school. We had visited LA to visit my uncle, and we were driving down Sunset Boulevard, and there used to be a Tower Records there. That's like a famous Tower Records. And all of a sudden, I saw fucking Whoopi Goldberg. She had like the Whoopi Goldberg dreads, and I was like, holy shit. And I was like, can we stop? And we stopped. And this is before cell phones, you guys. So like we stopped and I go into the Tower Records and Whoopi Goldberg has like just a stack of CDs. And I was like, that's like wealth. You can just buy whatever CD you want. And I went up to her and I said, Miss Goldberg, I'm an actor and I'm just a really big fan of yours. And she looked at me and she turned around and walked away.
That's
sad. Didn't even. And my dad was livid at Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh my God, I would be too. I'm livid now.
It was brutal. Like, I mean, and
she
that
seems mean. Like on The View, I'm like, you're mean.
Well, listen, she could have been having a bad day. It's always weird to approach people. But, and also I'm like a weird looking dude. I was also like a weird looking kid. I'm weird looking.
You were like a child though.
I was a child. And, but it was so funny. That's one of the reasons why I am so like, I don't usually go up to a lot of celebs if I've seen them since that incident.
Oh, you're traumatized.
Oh, yeah, that like really did me in. And now I have a podcast.
But now when fans go up to you, you do the same thing.
Yeah, of course, dude. I love when somebody...
You just turn around.
I remember somebody was shitting on me in some like Facebook group or something like that. And this is years ago. And it was sent to me and somebody was like, I met him at BravoCon. I wasn't impressed. And I was like, what? I love people. People are good.
That's so
Okay, tell Henry that I said hi and enjoy Harry Potter. And you guys go subscribe to Snarkbait's Patreon, the podcast, the rating and reviewing. It's working, you guys. Keep it up. Keep it up. Also, make sure you just take care of each other. Be a good neighbor, be a good friend, a good person. And we will talk to you on Tuesday for Snarkbait and So Bad It's Good. Thanks, Soph.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.